Hi guys, welcome back to Princess Pirate Designs, and in this video I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to do a really fun fiery eye. Okay, let's jump right into this. Our two brush options are either going to be tulip or what I believe is called a filbert. These are the two smartest things to use for fire. Now, if you're looking for something smaller, then the tulip is probably what you want to go for. And if you're looking for something bigger, then you're probably going to want to go with your filbert. The second thing we need to think about is paints. So I have a couple of split cake palettes here, but these are a lot older, and that does not mean that they can't be used. These are my messy split cakes. I use these when I'm mixing a lot, whereas with these ones, I keep these in their forms. The third thing we need to think about is color. So typical fire is an orangey, reddish, yellow kind of color, but let's say the kid wants Hades fire, blue fire, or somebody might want pink fire. You never know. Now here's the problem if you're not doing red, orange, or yellow. You need to make sure it looks like fire even though it's a completely different color. So that's when we really need to start thinking about what shapes we need to have. So I'm just going to do a typical red, orange, and yellow fire today. I'm going to use my messy palette, and that's not because I want to go in and like mix a ton of colors. So I want a tiny bit of this dark red plus the lighter red. And I don't have that combination in this. Okay, so we want to get our brush wet, but not too wet. So you want to get it decently wet and then wipe it a couple of times. You might not pick up a ton of paint, but we can always get our brush more wet. So I don't think this is well loaded, and if you're practicing this look for the first time, you can do this next thing that I'm about to do. But if you're actually painting it on a kid, don't do this, okay? The practicing is the time where you get to learn how wet your brush needs to be. So I'm actually gonna take my arm right now and I'm gonna look at that. That faded really fast, so I know that I need a little bit more water. Yeah, I definitely need a little bit more water. So I'm gonna load up again with a little bit more water, and this time I'm gonna wipe it less. That's probably the technique I wanna go for. And then I'm gonna load up again. And now I'm definitely getting a more watery load. This is why we practice, you guys. So I'm gonna be doing mine above the eyes. You can do it anywhere you want. You can do it in the center of the forehead. You can do it down here. So we're gonna keep our red on the outside. And I'm just gonna go like this. I'm gonna make a nice fiery shape. So I went like this and then I flicked it. And yeah, your colors might combine a little bit, but that's okay. So here's actually my trick. I always reload in between strokes. And yeah, this might take a while, but it looks awesome in the end, and you never end up with this like half done. So look at that awesome fire stroke that I have right there. That looks so good. And then I'm gonna overlap that a little bit with my next stroke, and I'm not actually gonna reload this time. So that's looking a little wonky. I have like a very strange line. I was about to flick this way, and then I realized that's gonna look a little weird because then all the fire is gonna be going that way. So I tried to flick this way and it got a little messed up. I'm gonna reload, and I am going to finish this fire stroke off and finish off my flip for that side. So this is going quite up high. If somebody has a lot of hair that comes down here, you might want to consider doing the look on the side of the eye, or maybe even on the other eye. Okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna reload. And I'm gonna do another stroke right on the side of the face, maybe tilt it back a little bit if that's helpful. And I am going to put my brush and just give that a nice fiery look. So now we have three awesome flames, and this one looked a little weird next to this one, but now that I added this one, it looks a lot better. You could keep going around the eye, you could go all over the forehead. It's totally up to you on how you want to do this. Again, all of my tutorials are just a base for your creativity. Change up the look, make it your own. So on the other eye here, I'm gonna use this brush and show you how to do a different type of flame. So I'm actually gonna use this palette because my cakes are thinner, and so I can soak up a lot more color in that. Okay, I wiped my brush off a couple of times, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna load up with some orange and yellow. And I'm actually gonna do a little test stroke again. So that's what that would look like. It's a little bit liquidy. I am noticing it's a little liquidy. So I am going to wipe my brush off a little bit more. Okay, awesome. So this fire is gonna be more wavy. So I have switched to this side. I had to go around the camera, obviously, but this is gonna make this a lot easier for me. And I'm just gonna go from the top to the bottom. A lot of the time with this kind of thing, you go from the bottom to the top. We're gonna go from the top to the bottom. So kind of like this. Just like that, we made a little stroke. It's a little bit dry, so I'm gonna actually load up again with a little bit more paint. That seems like a good load. And I'm gonna do that again next to that. So I did orange and yellow for my base. So our base set of colors is my orange and my yellow, okay? My top colors are gonna be my red and my orange. So we still get all of our colors in there. You can see the yellow really powers that through. And that's why we do the top. Now you can just leave it like that if you're really happy with that and if you like that. I want to add a little bit more contrast in the colors. And again, going from the top to the bottom, bring down that fire. And a little bit less than last time. There's not really any reloading for when you're doing the top because you still want to see that back. You don't want to have a too thick layer. So that's how you can do two different ways of fiery eyebrows. We have one with our filbert brush, a lot thicker, and then we have two, thinner fire with our thinner brush. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, and follow me on TikTok, princess_pirates_designs. Same thing on Instagram. Have an amazing day. Bye.